now on to the latest regarding the attempt to arrest President Yoon Suk Yeol. For details, Arirang's Hye-ryeon joins us live from the president's residential neighborhood. Hye-ryeon, it's good to have you on. Now, I believe there was a three-way meeting earlier this morning among anti-corruption officials, the police and the presidential security team. What has been shared about that meeting?
That's right, Sunny. So the Corruption Investigation Office for high-ranking officials, the police and the presidential security team held a meeting earlier this morning in order to discuss the execution of the warrant to detain President Yoon. Now the CIO has said that the meeting will not influence their plans, but that they simply listened to the opinions that were shared during the meeting. So, according to the CIO official, the discussions were centered on ensuring a peaceful execution of the warrant, but no conclusions were reached. The CIO noted that it is waiting for a more solid response from the Presidential Security Service without setting a specific deadline, and further added that there are no additional meetings between the three planned as of now. This comes following the public appeal from the President's Chief of Staff, Chung Jin-suk, this morning, which said the Presidential Office is willing to cooperate with the police and the CIO. This included options for investigation at a neutral location or through a visit. However, the CIO commented that they have yet to receive a formal request regarding alternative arrangements. In this morning's statement, Chung further emphasized that Yoon must be allowed to fully exercise his right to defend himself and present his position, as should be guaranteed for all South Korean citizens. He also expressed concerns over potential clashes between police forces and presidential security personnel, as well as the crowds gathering outside of the presidential residence.
Right, indeed. In the meantime, Hye-ryeon, what has been shared about the timing of the second arrest attempt?
Right, Sunny. So it's been more than a week since the new warrant to detain Yoon was issued, but the CIO and the police have yet to make a move here at the presidential residence. But it has been reported that the police met earlier this morning in order to discuss matters related to the execution of the warrant. So the meeting apparently took place this morning at 10 a.m., lasting for around 2 hours between the Special Investigation Team of the National Office of Investigation and commanders from the criminal task forces of the Seoul, Gyeonggi-do and Incheon police agencies. So discussions focused on concrete plans on how to enter the heavily fortified presidential residence in Hannam-dong behind me, which is secured with barricades and barbed wire. Specific strategies were reportedly discussed, including measures to suppress resistance from the presidential security team, searching the residence and detaining President Yoon. The execution of the warrant is reportedly set to begin as early as 5 a.m. tomorrow. However, given the scale of the operation, which could involve mobilizing around 1,000 officers, changes in the timeline remain possible as the plan continues to be finalized. It has been formally reported that the operation could take 2 to 3 days should the Presidential Security Service resist the warrant's execution.
Right, and before you go, Hye-ryeon, do tell us a bit about the atmosphere around the president's residential area as we speak.
Well, Sunny, I'm not sure if you can hear the noise happening around me, but it looks and certainly sounds as though there's quite a crowd gathered here at the presidential residence, despite the unfavorable weather conditions. Now, tensions are beginning to mount alongside expectations that a second attempt at executing the warrant will take place within the next 24 hours. The proximity of the rally locations for both sides has raised concerns about potential clashes, and to prepare for any possible incidents, the police have positioned riot squad vehicles between the groups to separate them. Security around the presidential residence remains tight, with the presence of armed guards becoming more prominent. Photos were taken yesterday showing heavily armed security personnel patrolling the area wearing helmets, masks and tactical gear. It appears that the presidential security team is further reinforcing security measures inside the residence, with barbed wires and chains placed in various areas within the grounds. And that's all I have for now, but I'll be back in a later newscast with more updates. Back to you, Sunny.
Right, Hye-ryeon, and we can hear the protesters loud and clear here. In the meantime, thank you for that coverage. That was our Hye-ryeon reporting live from the president's official residential neighborhood.